Hello, my beautiful friends. Today I felt like was a major cluster F for me, but it really wasn't that bad. I get on myself and I feel myself like with the anxiety start to build up and be like, why aren't you in this trade? And I'm not in the trade because I wasn't comfortable taking it. So I find myself beating myself up sometimes. And once I realize that I'm doing it, I get up, I walk away, which I did do today. The video is extremely long. It's about 2 hours. My first trade I get into, and literally as I hit close for 3 ticks, that thing flew to the upside and would have easily had me with 5 points. But I didn't trust it. I didn't wait. Something else that I did and may have helped that mindset happen a little bit was I pulled in my 610 and my 4181 today and ditched the 1597 and the 10946. When I say ditched it, I put them on my other screen so they were not my main focus. I do look at the MACDs of the 610 and the 1597. I have them on another screen and I will pull them up periodically to look at the MACDs. Something else that became very apparent to me today was those two charts go together very well. The 1597 and the 10946. The 610 and the 4181 go together very well. So sometimes the 1597 and the 10946 aren't giving really clear signals. And I'll look over at the MACDs on my 610 and my 4181. And today, I noticed that they were even giving more clear entries and exits, so I swapped them out. I swapped out those charts for the 10946 and the 1597. So things will be a little bit different today. Also, I traded for a very long time. I've got about 2 hours, maybe 2.5, maybe more worth of recording that is going to go into this. And final change that I made a little bit today was I put the side of my chart trader in there so you could see a little bit of it. You can see my name. In the vault, we will have the entire video for students. With that being said, what can I say but enjoy the video. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tuesday morning. Yesterday I was tired and grouchy. I had driven to and from Louisiana twice this weekend and I didn't get home until almost midnight and I was grouchy. So when I feel like that, it's probably best that I don't trade and that I just kind of sit back and watch things or take care of other things I have, which is what I spent yesterday doing, is just knocking out a lot of things. But I've moved my charts over a little because I realize a lot of people, I've had all kinds of things said about whether or not I'm involved in the live market. If you're unaware, I do put my video out at the end of the day, sometimes in the middle of the day. You do have market replay on NinjaTrader, although market replay is only available the next day. Unless they made changes that I'm not aware of, market replay is only available the next day. So if you wanted to simulate trading today's market, you can do that tomorrow. And you can trade it just like you're watching it live. You can click the button to get in, to get out. It will save your progress. You can pay attention to it. You can scroll back. You can scroll forward. If you move the time back, it kind of resets everything. But besides that, you have to wait until the next day to trade that kind of thing. So there has been a lot of talk about the micro E-minis. That is something that I'm really going to spend some time looking into, and I may actually trade for a couple of weeks instead of trading this market, just to kind of get the feel of it. Also, I think it's going to be a really great space for people to start building their confidence in trading in the live market. So instead of putting $62.50 on the line, I believe you're putting more along the lines of something like $6.25 on the line, if I remember that properly. So, you know, everything's scaled down big time. So that's a lot smaller risk to have on the line. I believe that the commissions are going to run somewhere around, I want to say 60 cents to $1.50. I don't know for certain. That's why I'm going to look into it this week, but it will be an amazing area for people to start getting into the market. And that way you can build that confidence. And whenever you're ready, you move over into the actual E-minis. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have about 15 minutes till the market opens. So we're going to look at this for a little bit. I'm going to step away and do my morning meditation. Still doing the celery juice with 2 shots of wheatgrass up in this. Man, my hair looks good today. This is what happens when I go to sleep with it wet and put it in a bun. So I'm liking it. Let's look at the market real quick. Well, been trying to do something this morning. It seems as though I've lost my internet. Everything is at a standstill. I can see that things did take off to the upside. It held up here. It didn't push any further than here, and it just pushed up. Now, the MACDs and the price are leading lower, so it may still push down, but without internet, I can't tell you a thing. So, let me go figure out what's going on with that. All right. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been quite some time. I was reading an article on something and came back and looked, and it's up. All right, so what's happened here now? So it did come to the upside, which is great. And it does show you eventually here with a lot of distance to the 0 line that, yeah, this was going to push up. But it is a struggle. So it reached this high in the MACDs, and now some major divergence says more down. And we've had this major cut in these MACDs pretty often. I don't know that we want to trust him a whole lot on the 233 because that's such a quick move. But we definitely want to take that sharp cut into account in the bigger tick charts. Thinking about what could happen here. Let's see what happens here. I know this has strength down still. Looking at it at this area, popping up from here as it pulled back, well above the 0 line. I do believe we are going to hit the close button. Oh, look at that! I hit the close button and it just flew to the upside. So, wow. That was a difference between just getting a couple of ticks, and that was a fear-based exit. All I could do is laugh because it was quite literally the last second. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Okay. So you can see, now that I passed on the short that I was fairly certain was going to happen, I've got it set up for a long, which means that I'm struggling to trust myself to take the trades. Now that it's pulling back, I'm thinking, okay, now I've got to be prepared for whenever this decides to push up, because that's been the nature of the game most of the day. Early on that, but let's see. I'm going to pull this up to here, but I'm going to be prepared for if this decides to do something similar along the lines of that. If it breaks up from there, it'll probably go a little bit higher here, but I'm not going to put all my eggs into that basket. Okay, come on, touch it and take it. Take it. There we go. Now, break even could definitely pull back into here. So, but and touch it. This would be where we'd really want our risk to sit for the moment. Let's see if we continue past this last place. I'm going to go ahead and take these 5 points. Oh, there you go. It came back and pulled back. I was going to take the 5 points, but it got me a little bit more than that. So I think it got me for 4.5. Yeah. Okay. So let's turn these on. And I feel a lot of anxiety today with these trades. Definitely just last second jumped out of this one. Could have definitely had 5 points kicking on that one. But you know, it is what it is. Here I like my entry. There was definitely some other entries right back in this area that told us it could continue up. Let's look at what, let me turn them on. Let me turn them on here so we can have them both on the same screen. Plus 2.0. Plus 4.5. So that would be, oh shoot. Plus 8. That was a lot of work for 8 points today, y'all. I'm probably going to come back into the beginning and give y'all a little forewarning. I mean, this is the second video. I took a break. I walked away. I stretched for a little bit, let the dogs out, came back in, reminded myself of my purpose. I was breathing during it. I felt like I was in the middle of having a baby. Okay, so maybe we'll come back and talk about it a little bit in the beginning. But I'm done. It is, what time is it? 12:15. And I feel like my nerves are a wreck. Maybe it's because I'm thinking a lot about this, the mini, you know, the micro mini, and how we can help people with that. And my brain isn't fully in this. I had a dream last night that my hair was falling out. I mean, you know, so maybe I need to do some writing. That usually relaxes me because it makes me feel good. But if you guys have some questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to catching you on the profitable side.